Hello, okay, welcome to my course. Um, Quickly, I'm going to be showing you what we are going to be designing. So, number one, we're going to be creating a test logo. So number two, we are going to mix a test logo with a kind of parts logo. Then the final one, we are going to create a mixture of uh, parts, tests, and shape. Then we're gonna run some curves. So I I want you to follow through with me. So without no further ado, go ahead and open your Figma. Okay, so welcome back. Now I'm going to show you the first logo. So this is a test logo. So the first thing you do is create an artboard. You can press the A shortcut key. So I already created one. So you just have to, just click and drag one out. Okay. So yeah, we want to. The first one we are creating is just simply layout logo. Layout in the sense that we are just going to be combining different fonts to achieve our aim. So go ahead to the text tool, you know, type so, all caps. So I'm just typing out the text we are going to be using. Okay. So uh, go ahead and increase the font size so that you can see it. All right. So here you can see this is almost exactly like what I typed. Okay. All right. So now for this you need to you know put all the fonts based on the sizes. So all we did there is just to make sure the sizes, they are in different sizes, to make sure they are properly aligned, and to use one or two different fonts. So the first one is district. Now go ahead, if you look here, you see that the first font I used was a, a Montserrat bold, and it's 16 pixel with a spacing of 13 pixel. So I'm just going to copy the properties, and I don't want to go ahead and start creating it from scratch. So I just copy the properties. Then it's all caps, so ensure that it's all caps. For the next one is this green way here. If you check, you see that I used two different font, two different, like I break it to different sizes. So to do that, you can use alt to duplicate these. I don't want to type and retype the font, so just remove the ones you don't need. Okay, now here all I need is the G. So now go ahead and change this font to small letters. To do that, you come to here, you can just change it from here to all small letter. You see that? Now if you look here, you see that I set the size to 55. Now I change the font to DM Sans and bold. So you can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to copy the properties and paste it to here. So change it to lower caps, then align them. Okay. Now for the G, I use DM Sans. It's a small letter though. So change the lowercase. Go ahead and set the size to 90. Bold. Alright. Then same thing goes for the Wesleyan. I used two fonts. I ensured to separate the W because the weight for the W is quite big. I don't know. I'm having issues with setting my auto width. It's not just it's not just responding, but if you look here, it's quite different. I don't know why. Okay. So yeah, from here you can see I use the Montega font set to 62 pixel auto and 35% letter spacing. So if you go ahead, copy properties. Okay. Make sure they are properly aligned. Here I used DM Sans, medium 55, auto 9%. So make sure that yours is set to the same. There are also low caps. So you can see that they are properly aligned. Okay. All you have to do now is go ahead to your rectangle tool. Normally I should have maybe used the pen tool, but I decided to use the rectangle tool. So the height was 128 and the width was 5. So if you go ahead to the rectangle tool, so change the height here to 128 and change the width to 5. Then come to the fill button here and select the color. The color is #2E 2E 2E. Then make sure it's properly aligned. You can zoom in. Okay. So for the next part, all I did was switch the arrangement of the font. So go ahead and select the first one. You can make sure you right click on them and group your selection. You can call this 2. Then this the G and the second one, select both of them. You group selection, call it 3. Then you have this one on top here. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to alt click them and duplicate them. Okay, so what I just did was I altered the arrangements. Okay, I altered the arrangements so that I could get my desired results. So I altered the arrangements. Okay, so you can go ahead. If you check the university typo, I used both 70 pixel auto and 23%. So both 17 pixel auto. So you can decide to choose where the text is aligned. So all I'm saying is, creating font like this is just a matter of making proper arrangements. So font like that is just a matter of arrangement. Now you need to note that the alignment matters a lot. Okay, the alignment matters a lot. So just observe, make sure you are observant of the alignments. So um, okay, so we have the first one. You can go ahead and just select everything here and group them, and call it logo one. Then you can export it as an SVG. Okay, so where is it on my desktop? Logo one. Let me copy it in so you see it. You can see that now it's an SVG. You can do whatever you like with it. You can embed it in your website and it's going to all be fine. So I'm going to be doing the second one, so you can join me in the next class.